Hey Lake Point, Pastor Micah here to get you caught up on week 2 of our new series, Dangerous Prayers. You ever feel like your prayer life is stuck in a rut? You pray the same safe, predictable prayers over and over again. God bless me, or God protect me, or God help me, where the emphasis is really just on us and our well-being. The problem with these prayers is that they don't challenge us or convict us or cause us to grow. They don't require us to step out of our comfort zone or live with a greater sense of courage or dependency upon God. AKA, they're way too safe, which is why we're doing this series. We want all of us to develop a stronger, richer, and more vibrant prayer life. But be warned, the prayers we're covering in this series, they're a tad bit dangerous, should you actually mean them when you speak them. This week's prayer emphasis comes at us from the book of Psalms. Psalm 139 reads, "Search me, O God, and know my heart. Test me and know my anxious thoughts. Point out anything in me that offends you and lead me along the path of everlasting life." Did you catch the dangerous prayer nestled within? It's, God, search me and know my heart. In Scripture, the heart is symbolic for the center of one's being. It's the image for a person's thought life, their desires, their will. It's why in the book of Proverbs we read this. Proverbs 27:19 says, "As water reflects the face, so one's life reflects the heart." God is saying that your heart reflects who you are. Jesus says something similar in the New Testament. In Luke chapter 6, verse 45, it's recorded as him saying, "What you say flows from what is in your heart." In other words, your words, your motives, your attitudes, your actions, they all come from the same place, your heart. Now, as Nate pointed out, a lot of us assume that other people have a good heart or that we have a good heart. But the biblical authors, they might disagree. I mean, the prophet Jeremiah did say this, that the human heart is the most deceitful of all things and it is desperately wicked. Now, that's not the most flattering view of humanity, is it? That our hearts are wicked and deceitful? And yet, even modern psychology would agree that we as humans have this enormous capacity for deception. And oftentimes, the person we deceive most is ourselves. And since that's the case, and since we might try to ignore what's revealed when we make that prayer, Nate gave us 3 follow-up questions for us to reflect on as we pray the prayer of search me. First up is the question of, what have I been rationalizing? I mean, no one likes to face the ugly truth about themselves, and so often we resort to rationalizing our sin. We say things like, I don't have a drinking problem. I just have a few drinks to, help me unwind and calm down at night. I don't have a lust problem. I just appreciate the opposite sex. I'm not materialistic. I just like nice things. The list goes on and on because all of us are experts at coming up with reasons to justify our behavior. It's why, as you ask God to search your heart, ask Him to help you uncover areas of your thought life, whether those thoughts are conscious or subconscious, where you've been rationalizing sinful behavior. Secondly, ask the question of, what are others trying to tell me? Is there an area of your life, a habit, a relationship, a behavior that others have suggested needs to change? For example, maybe they've suggested to you that you play video games too much, or maybe they've told you that you have a problem with overworking, or maybe they say that you are a slave to your phone. When there's a pattern of concern, when 2 or more loved ones are trying to tell you the same thing, it's usually a sign that there's a problem that you need to own. And so as you ask God to search your heart, pray and consider what others have been trying to tell you. Thirdly, ask the question of, where am I most defensive? Defensiveness is usually an indication that something is not right in your heart. And so instead of getting mad and reactionary and trying to prove people that they're wrong and that you're right, you need to learn to slow down and ask God to help uncover what's driving your defensiveness. Often it's an unmet need or desire. Speaking of which, to help you identify those unmet needs and desires, Nate shared with us a personality tool that is rooted in Christian history, and it dates all the way back to the 4th century AD. It's called the Enneagram. The Enneagram helps evaluate which sins people are most susceptible to based on their kind of core needs. For example, humans all have basic needs: love, security, protection, peace maybe. Likewise, humans also struggle with common sins: pride, lust, anger. But what the early Christians discovered is that our individual personalities value certain needs more than other needs. And because of that, our sin nature can become fixated on a specific need, and we start to make that need the ultimate value in our life. As such, whether we realize it or not, most of us struggle with a core sin that is tied to that specific need in our life. And so what the Enneagram does is it helps you identify what personality type you are so that you can be aware of the corresponding sin or temptation associated with your personality type. If you check out the sermon notes in your LakePoint app, you'll be able to find the full breakdown of each personality type and which sin they're most susceptible to. Plus, you can use the link provided there or on the discussion questions to complete your own Enneagram assessment. Well, friend, consider yourselves caught up. Don't forget to make your prayer, search me, God, and know my heart. Have fun talking through the discussion questions. See you next time with some more dangerous prayers to try out.